Email is the best way to make money online. It allows you direct access. I mean, palm of their hand access to a group of people who have already said that they're interested in what you have to offer, what you have to say. Hey, I'm Alex, a brow artist who didn't want the only way that I made money to be when I was in the salon with clients. I've created and sold over 50 digital products, DIYing it all on my own, and I'm here to show you how it's done so you can skip the struggle and get right to making money. In this series, I showed you how to create a digital product in one afternoon, how to price it at $5, and then how to nurture those $5 students into $1,000 students. And don't forget, if you want the templates for those 6 nurture emails, reply email in the comments and I'll send you the link. But how do we build those emails? How do we build those nurture emails that automatically turn our $5 clients into $1,000 clients? Well, let me show you.
Create your first email in MailerLite. So this is the MailerLite homepage. You're going to head up to campaign in the top menu bar, and from here you're going to click on create campaign. You have to create a campaign name, which is internal, and then the subject is actually the subject of the email that you're sending. So the campaign name is internal for you to classify it, and the subject of the email is what your subscribers are going to see. You can then say who it's from and add your return email address. This is for a regular campaign. There's an A/B split campaign, which is basically testing 2 different subject lines, and then you can have an auto resend, which basically automatically resends the campaign to anybody who didn't open it. But if you just want to create a regular campaign, stick with that and then click new next content. So from here, it takes you to My Templates. This is my MailerLite account for Brow Tab, so I already have templates, but you're going to go Create New or Template Gallery, because you're going to be either creating a brand new email or using one of the templates in MailerLite. It's easiest to use one of their templates because they have, like, 92 of them, and you can customize them entirely. So it's better to kind of pick out a layout that you like. And they also have them categorized into different types of emails that you would be sending. So let's say this is your welcome email for your first digital product. So let's choose announcement. So they have 2 different templates for announcements, and if you actually click on them, you can see a preview of it, larger, more zoomed in. So this one looks like it'll work perfectly when we customize it. So we're going to use this template. So here is the template layout that now we can actually customize for our own brand, for our own digital products. So you have all these different sections that you can play around with. So the top, you have your logo. It already has the Brow Tab logo, only because I have that already loaded into MailerLite. So if you wanted to change this, you would just click on it and then hit the trash. And then to change it, it's going to go into all of your photos that you have loaded. So I already have photos loaded here, but if you didn't, all you would do is drag one in from your desktop, and then it's going to load right here. That top one in the left-hand corner is the first one, and you can select it, or you can select any of the photos. But let's go back because I want it to leave it as the Brow Tab logo. That works perfectly. Next up, there's a spacer, and then there is a title. On the left-hand side, you can see that these are different blocks. They have to call them blocks that you can load in. So a title, text, links, photos, articles. The main ones you're going to be using are probably photos, text, buttons, but they're all here for you to add if you'd like to add them. There's a countdown, there's coupons, there's so many options in here. You can keep it simple, or you can make it as fun as you want it to, but let's edit this title here. So we don't want it to say hi there. We want it to say welcome to your first digital product, of course. And from there, you can add a link. So let's say you wanted to link it to your digital product. You can add the link right there. Now, next part is the more body text. So you can type out some body text here. Of course, type in whatever you want to include in this email. You can type as much or as little as you want here. And then if you wanted to add something like if you have questions or you want to contact me, that you can add a link right here. So I always say if you have questions or anything, please just hit reply. And then I will turn reply into a direct email link. So you can do that by highlighting the word that you want to be the link. So reply is the word I want it to be the link. And then I'm going to click on the link icon and click insert link. When you are inserting a reply link, you always want it to be mail to and then your email address. So you can copy and paste that format that I have right there, and it's going to, when they click on that, it's going to take them to send you an email. So from here, you can play around even more with the spacing. So top spacing, bottom spacing, as you do with this with every section. You can change the background, you can change the font, you can change the font color, you can change the font size. Like we said, we wanted to choose the template for its layout, but we can customize everything else after that. After you've made your updates with each section, be sure to press save in green on the bottom so that each section of your email gets saved. You can also duplicate sections or delete sections. So let's say you wanted to duplicate this body section and add more body. You can do it that way, or you can hit the trash can and delete it. And you can do that with every block, every section in the email. So I'm just going to delete that, and we're going to change this can't wait to see you there to see you inside. Next up, if you wanted to add a photo to your email, you're going to go up and find the photo or image section, and you're just going to drag and drop it in. And then once again, you go and browse all of those photos that you, like I have saved in my backend. You may not if you're just starting out, and then you're just going to drag and drop it in and then select whichever photo you'd like to include. So I have your first online course in 60 days as the photo, and then if you click on the photo, you can actually edit it. So there are some editing options in here. I like to pre-edit everything in Canva and just load it in simply, but you can edit in there if you have to. You can also include another link here, so if you wanted to link this directly back to your digital product, you can do that there, and then make sure you hit save. Finally, when you're done with your email, you can hit preview and test. So if you want to see what it looks like, you can just hit preview mode. And from here, it's going to load what the email will look like both on a desktop. So you can see it here under desktop, and then also you can swap it out to see what it's going to look like mobile. So that's what it's going to look like on someone's phone. If you're happy with that, you can also send a test email. So you can put your email address in there and then send a test email to your email address, to just you alone, so that you can actually see what it looks like and test out all of the links to make sure that they work. There's nothing worse than a broken link in an email. When you previewed it and tested it and you're ready, hit done editing. And then from here, you are going to be able to schedule it and send it to your list. Okay, so recipients is who it's going to. So if you are just starting out, you probably only have a few subscribers on here, and you may not have all of these different breakdowns of groups. But if you do, you can choose which group you want to send it to, or you can send it to all your subscribers. Okay, so here you have a choice of who it's going to get sent to. So let's say I'm just going to send it to all active subscribers, and then go to the bottom and hit review and confirm. And then from here is where we actually get to schedule the email. So you're going to see that you have the subject and the title. The content here is just loading. You have some tracking configuration, so you can add your metrics. And then next, we're going to hit schedule. So you can send it right now. You can send it later at a later time, and you can choose the date and a time. Make sure you check your time zone. You can also deliver based on time zones if you're delivering across the country, let's say, and you'll just choose the date and time once again. And once that's ready, you're just going to hit schedule, and MailerLite will send out your email at that scheduled time.
So you can see creating emails that make you money is really quite easy. It's really just drag and drop. But now it's time to automate. In the next video, I'll show you how to create an automation workflow. So these emails get sent out while you sleep, when you're out hanging out with friends, when you're on vacation. The emails never stop and the money never stops. Check it out here.